Everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So let's celebrate Beading School's 5th birthday with a beautiful curated box by Erika, and it's in the colors of the Beading School Mandala. So they have turquoise, which is for creativity, yellow for positivity, and fuchsia for compassion. So let's take a look and see what's inside. Variations to choose from, so you can just purchase only the box plus a tutorial, and the box plus, I love the shiny extras and tutorial. You choose the box plus shiny extras plus tutorial, you will receive an extra 2 pieces of 18 by 25 Aurora Fancy Pear cabochons. Wow, that's amazing. 8 pieces of 10 by 14 millimeter Aurora Fancy Pear cabochons, and 8 pieces of 10 millimeter Preciosa Fancy ball beads in other Beading School colors. So very cool. Okay, let's take a look. I'm just going to open it up, and how beautiful. Look at these gorgeous beads. Look at these gorgeous crystals. Fancy stones, aren't they stunning? All right, so I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to lay it out. I'll show you the entire color story, and then we'll look at everything individually. So here are the beautiful Beading School colors. We have the turquoise, we have the fuchsia, we have the gold or yellow. We've got some beautiful delicas, accent beads, and look at these gorgeous crystals here. All right, so let's take a look at it. Okay, let's start with these beauties. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that sparkle. That is a gorgeous color. That's burgundy, actually. It is an 18 by 25 Aurora Fancy Pear cabochon, or fancy stone, you know, because it is point back. And a lot of times I think of a cabochon as flat back, which is probably not right, but just in case, just in case. All right, and then we've got the 10 by 14 millimeter Aurora Fancy Pear stone. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's also in burgundy. Look at that gorgeous. That's so pretty. Okay, so you do get the claw setting for these crystals. So for the 18 by 25, you get the claw setting, and you get 4 of them for the 10 by 14. So if you want to use the claw setting, you just pop it in and close the prongs, and there you have it. But I wanted to show you these beautiful 15-0s, and these are in one of my favorite Miyuki colors, and that's Duracoat Galvanized Champagne. And look how stunning it looks with that crystal. Isn't that beautiful? And then we have a Delica in Duracoat Galvanized Matte Champagne. And I got a little bead in there. It was in my little dish. But anyway, isn't that gorgeous? So these together, I think, are just stunning. Okay, next up, we have some of the fuchsia beads, and we have a 3 millimeter Preciosa bicone. Let's see if I can get my lights sort of organized there. And this is in fuchsia. This is the AB2X, and look at how gorgeous that AB2X is. That's beautiful. Okay, next up we have 7.5 by 7.5 millimeter ginkgo beads, Star Dance Flamingo Pink, and that has, I don't know if you can see, has a little sparkle in it. Look at that, that's so springy and so pretty. 10 millimeter Preciosa Fancy Ball Bead, fuchsia in gold colored setting. So that's so bright and summery. Beautiful. 5 by 9 millimeter 2-hole kite bead, turquoise green lumi. And you see here on the one that's up here, it's a 2-hole going through like that. It looks like a little kite, doesn't it? That's cool. 11 Miyuki seed beads, Duracoat Galvanized Seafoam. Gorgeous color. Next up we have a 3 by 6 millimeter round drop duo, crystal golden rainbow matted. And that's really pretty. I love these drop duos. I have a few videos where I've used them. We'll definitely use them again. Beautiful. Love the color. Okay, next up we have a 2 by 3 millimeter faceted micro spacer bead, polychrome mix berry. That's pretty. I love that little tiny little micro spacer. And look at this. Isn't this pretty? This is a 20 by 23 millimeter filigree connector, antique bronze. And I love those colors together. Aren't pretty? We have these beautiful 4 millimeter round glass beads, and this is in crushed berry. Beautiful. We have the 3 millimeter round glass bead, crushed berry, and look at this pretty brooch, antique bronze 20 by 30 millimeter. So look at that. That's the bronze that has got the pin on it. Isn't that great? I love that. That's beautiful. Love the vintage look of it. Okay, next up we have this beautiful 4x6 millimeter fire polish bead in yellow bronze. And I put one on a pin because I thought it would show better, but actually it shows beautifully just by itself there. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's got the yellow sort of center and then the bronze edges. That is so pretty. Love that. Okay, next up, look at this color. Isn't that stunning? Oh wow, that's gorgeous. 4x15 millimeter Navette glass cabochon, aquamarine with gold colored claw. So that has the claw attached. This beautiful charm. That is gorgeous. Look at that. That is a signature azure charm, gold colored. Look at the little pave on it. That's gorgeous. Look at the back. That's stunning. Love that. Nice and substantial. Adorable. This is a 16 by 18 millimeter flower charm, firework flower charm, gold colored with the little crystal in the center. So pretty. Some of these you just put on an, if you have two, put it on ear wire and you've got a really beautiful earring without even beading around it. That's how pretty these charms are. Millimeter fire polish beads, round beads in crystal white. And these are really pretty. It's hard to see how close up I can get in my hand. Do you see how they're not solid? You see the crystal and then the white running through it. Those are beautiful. Okay, next we have a 10 by 18 millimeter teardrop ear stud, and this is really pretty. Look at that. So you even get the little clutches on the back, and you have a little opening here so you can hang something from it. We've got some oval jump rings, and these are 4 by 6 millimeter. I know the jump rings never get taken out of the bag, but they're really pretty. And here's a Newman clasp. This is a little box clasp, and they're such good quality Newman clasps. Look at that little crystal in the center, and look how beautifully finished it is. That is stunning. This gorgeous little charm here. This is 15 by 32 millimeter bow knot connector charm, gold colored, and look how beautiful that is. Look at the pave on that, and look, there's movement. So these two pieces are connected with a little ring there. So look at that. I love that there's movement in this. And here's where you connect. So here is, oh, there we go. So there's the hole on that side, and then there's one on that side, and you can just pop a chain right through there, put a bead here. I mean, so pretty. Nice little gift that they added on. It's this really delicate chain, gold chain, and it's got beautiful sort of greenish, they almost look like jade or aventurine, but they're crystals alternating right there. And I measured it. It's about 8 inches long. That's kind of cool. Okay, there you have it. Here's our beautiful birthday box curated by Erika, and I'm so inspired. I love all these colors. They're just so stunning. I love the big crystals, really pretty. I love that you have the option of bezeling it or using the gold claw with the crystals. Really pretty.